I want to see it.
You ought to see some of the other skits. You know, I'm scared for you to see because I'm scared you're gonna come back and be like, "This is great.
This is great.
This is genius.
This is better than Transformers 2.
I love it. I can see you now.
This I understand.
It's hilarious. He speaks to me.
What the fuck are you talking about, Corey?
But the reason why I bring up that guy is because people have Billy Mays mixed up with this guy.
Right.
And this guy, Billy Mays, apparently did the OxyClean and he did a bunch of other stuff. He was they said he's one of the best infomercial pitch guys out there. Seeing that he seemed like a cool guy, man. Died at 50. Apparently he became such a cultural icon that people, he's an infomercial guy that people like, wow, this guy's dead?
Right.
Billy Mays is dead? Hey, it's enough for Spill.com to mention on their front page.
Dude, if you ever need to get famous, being on those infomercials is one easy, quick way to embed your face in people's brains. Only because they're fucking dying to watch something on TV, only to come across your ass all the time, you know?
I know, man.
I'm sure that guy was on every channel. You think that motherfucker was taking over the world or something.
I know. You can't help but know that guy. I mean, you should see some of the comments. People are sad. People like say, sad day, sad day. There's certain people in there who are saying, wow, man, I can't believe he's dead. He's like, this is what somebody else said. Somebody else like, wow, who am I going to buy all my shit from now that doesn't work? Somebody else, and I thought, and like, I'm not even saying this for myself. I thought it was kind of mean. They like, wow, it's a shame that all these celebrities are dying. When is Michael Bay going to be next?
Oh, damn.
I'm reading all these comments off of here, man. But somebody did something on here that made me laugh. They put up a post of where he was on a radio show. And the brothers introducing him, man.
You were laughing at that. I didn't know what the hell that was all about.
This is like a hip hop show where they brought Billy Mays in and another infomercial guy, and they're like, these are two of the whitest guys out there, and they're being real cool about it.
Yeah.
Let me pause this and see if I can bring this up. I think you find this funny, man.
All right, cool.
They got this. Okay, it might be a little echo because I had to take my headphones off so I could hear us do this. But they had this dude.
Corey's live in concert right now.
I know. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Are you ready to rock? They had this dude up here, an infomercial guy. Why he's on a hip hop show? I don't know.
But
the moment he come in, of course,
that's
hip
the
hop
real
guy,
funny bit about it. Yeah.
Yeah, he starts the moment he comes in. Of course, being it's like some sort of hip hop show, they got to compare him to like cocaine and shit. I don't
know what the fuck those guys were talking about at the beginning.
Yeah, here, let me play it for you.
Go for it.
I had to bring in, the Pablo Escobar of new product distribution out there. And I'm not talking about cocaine, I'm talking about OxyClean, the pure white.
That fool was smoking before that interview.
They got Billy Mays rapping and they put him in the middle of a hip hop mix. Well, that fool he's high right now. He's smoking some shit before they came in.
Got the dude from the infomercial, man.
The pure white.
OxyClean, pure white.
Get on the ball. Get on the ball. I'll put them both in a ring cycle. Get on the ball. I'm on the ball.
The pure white. And of course he has his homie that's distributing with him. Stick up bulbs. This is a stick up. It's a stick up. So these situations run in.
These two white guys just laughing their ass off. Like,
they don't know what the fuck is going on. They look confused as hell.
Oh, this black guy's funny.
They're like, where in the fuck is my agent right now? Because I need to have a couple of words with him.
Yeah. You can't get me on Good Morning America, but I'm here with this nigga right here doing this show. What the fuck is going on, man?
We're on the Chronic and Tyrone show, and I don't know what the fuck we're doing here.
They all look like they were smoking.
Yeah.
You passed me by the hall, like, hey, man, pass me some of that shit, because I need that to be in here.
Oh, laughing at their own jokes. Like introducing these guys. Yeah, like, what the fuck?
Two pairs. So we have to have them both up here to hang out. And they got a new show, which airs on the 15th of April, The Pitchman. And, they had to hang on the whitest station ever with the whitest guy, which is me. With the whitest rapper, Eminem.
That's the best intro I ever had. Distribution. The Pablo Escobar of new products.
You know what? I gotta tell you, I got the blackest beard of ever. Hold on.
All these motherfuckers been smoking. You can tell. They're like, well, I've got the blackest beard. That motherfucker been doing whippets before.
I hope.
Black and white here. Hold on. Hi, Billy Mays here for my blackest beard. I'll tell you what, powered by a secret.
Louder, buddy. I don't
that
hear
you'll
you.
ne- You didn't hear that?
I didn't
you
hear
didn't
you.
hear that?
Give it some.
I'll tell you what, Billy Mays
Go for
here,
it, buddy.
powered by the air you breathe, activated
By the water that you and I drink, it's Mother Nature approved, and it's safe on your colored fabrics. If you use bleach, you'll ruin your clothes.
Oh
These
my
motherfuckers
God.
are high as shit.
Motherfuckers were shot out of a cannon.
This is the legacy Billy Mays left before he died. Would you say been on a Chronic and Tyrone show?
Oh my God.
Oh man,
Those guys.
yeah. I wasn't gonna play the whole thing. Just wanted to give you a little dose of that.
They are the new Abbott and Costello. Yeah, infomercials.
The fuck is going on, boy, in this world, man? But yeah, and then we had, of course, David Carradine, and then we had what's his name, Ed McMahon.
Ed McMahon.
We'll play a
Yeah,
little game here,
so-
man. Let me hook
Games?
back up. Yeah, games. I got some games for you. Right now.
Oh boy.
Play a little game here. Let's play a game. It's kind of morbid. Let's play a game.
Okay.
Let's play a game called
morbid, huh?
kind of morbid, but
My
let's play it
kinda
anyway.
game.
I know you'd love it. Let's play a game called Who Went Out the Worst.
Oh shit. Easy. I already won this game.
Okay, what you went out the worst?
No,
We did.
Wait, which celebrity went out the worst?
Yeah, let's yeah, let's
yeah.
go down the list and see who went out the worst. Not as far as like who had the most painful death or but just who had the most tragedy.
That's
Okay, let's go through it. Let's go
Okay.
through it. Let's see. Let's start out with the most obvious. How about that? Michael Jackson. Let's go down the list here. Michael Jackson, financial turmoil, rumors of child molestation,
right.
face totally fucked.
Right.
Looks like a creature before he died. Kind of sad
Right.
during this time. Not very happy. Had a childhood where his dad just made him feel like shit.
Right.
Right before his comeback tour, dies of a heart attack at age 50.
Yeah.
Got his hair burned in a Pepsi commercial.
That's right. Yep.
But a lot of things happened. Now let's move on to the next thing here. Farrah Fawcett died of rectal cancer. Not pretty.
Yep.
Not,
Nope.
nobody wants to go out that way.
No.
Other than that, what did she do? She went on to
She-
David Letterman acting crazy. Did a Playboy show.
She went on a roast, being crazy. I think she was.
That's right.
Was it? I can't remember if it was the Flavor Flav or the William Shatner roast she was on, but she was pretty crazy during that. She was kind of loopy on that one.
But other than that, nothing real.
She was
crazy.
in Playboy, which
She was
is
in Playboy?
which is
That's-
that's kind of
not-
a good thing.
That's
I
not too
guess.
terrible.
Yeah.
Other than that, she won. She was nominated for some Emmys. Everybody remembers The Burning Bed. She was beautiful most of her life. Yeah. During high school, she
Had
was
one of the most iconic posters
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even before that, in high school, she was voted most beautiful. Grew up in Corpus Christi, by the way.
She was a Charlie's Angel. Yeah.
for a year.
Yep.
She did a ton of she did a lot of commercials before she got famous, and she was known for having a great smile, beautiful. I think she did some toothpaste commercials and whatnot. But so other than that, let's see the bad things in her life. She just kind of acted crazy before she died, and she died of rectal cancer, which
Yep.
we all are sympathetic for.
Right.
Uh,
Ass cancer sucks.
but
Yes.
as cancer is bad. But other than
Yeah.
that, and even then, we say maybe she was loopy because she had some sort of after side effects of
Who
some
knows?
treatment or something.
Yeah,
who
who
knows?
knows?
But
Yeah.
we're willing to forgive her.
Right.
Move on to Ed McMahon. Ed McMahon, the most you hear about him just having financial problems.
Yeah.
Before he died.
IRS giving him shit, I think.
Yeah. I know he had a hot bride for a wife, man. Before he died, I think.
At least he had that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and even then, we're talking, celebrity,
Yeah.
financial turmoil. We ain't, for them, they're all, for some
Yeah.
reason, whenever you are a rich celebrity, you always say, I'm broke or my life is over. But they manage to pull $1 million out their ass somewhere else
yeah.
down the line. Like, where do they get it from?
From their ass.
From their ass. They always have that reserve million stuck up their ass and ready to pull out. And then Billy Mays. Billy Mays died at 50. That sucks. Died young. But other than that,
I mean, can you really consider him? I guess you would consider him an actual celebrity.
yes, once you're being reported in the news as being as dying,
Yeah.
and everybody knows you, and everybody said it's sad. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
once you're on a rap radio station,
that's the
yeah.
worst. He came on. He came on high onto a rap show, the T-Bone and Tyrone Diggum show. But other than that, we don't even know enough about him to say that anything bad happened. I don't even think he had a chance to fuck up.
No, not at all.
I mean, he's so.
I know nothing besides him. Besides he fucking sold chamois or whatever.
No, not the ShamWow. OxyClean.
What was it? OxyClean. But what was the other thing you said?
The ShamWow is the other guy.
Oh, that's the other guy. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm confused. All right.
But he sold some other things too. But
right.
but so out of all that, well, fuck, Billy Mays came out on top, man.
Yeah, I guess so.
And
I
Michael
mean,
Jackson
we
came
didn't,
out
we,
the
we,
worst.
we didn't even. No.
Oh, David Carradine.
We still didn't bring up David Carradine. I was about to say, yeah.
Oh man, David Carradine. Maybe he's the worst.
No, he is the worst. Yeah.
Oh, fuck,
Anytime
he got-
you're found in women's clothing and the wigs on the bed and
David
your
Carradine-
dick tied up. Yeah, that's
Rumors of
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let's see that. David Carradine found with rumors of autoerotic asphyxiation.
yeah. There was no rumors. There was a picture. I mean, it happened. Yeah.
Maybe fishnet stockings.
Fishnet stockings.
Your,
yeah.
your dick tied up in a knot somewhere.
Yeah. A wig on the bed,
A
yeah.
wig on the, and you had financial problems too.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson looking at this like, nah, motherfuckers,
I'm
take
sorry.
that back. He's the worst.
No, he is the worst. We're sorry, Michael, but David Carradine, yeah,
Got you
worst,
beat.
That's the worst. Yeah, he won this one.
Damn, hands down, boy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you won or lost, but
That is
that is the
no
worst
way in
one.
hell. Yeah, do I want to find anyone I know in fishnet stockings and claim that they were my friend at some point?
Michael Jackson looking at us right now and saying, motherfuckers, I wore some crazy shit.
Yeah.
I might have fucked my face up, but I was dancing when I went out.
Kung Fu went out with his fucking dick tied up, wearing some fishnet stockings. Cyrus's hero. Yes. Sorry.
Oh, boy. But David Carradine came out the worst.
Yep.
Billy Mays came out the best.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The guy who sold OxyClean beat all these motherfuckers, man.
He was too busy cleaning shit instead of fucking it up. So
Yeah, you too busy cleaning this shit up. When they say he was clean, he was clean.
He was doing the world a service.
That motherfucker's OxyClean is a metaphor for his life. You squeaky clean motherfucker. Now watch, you're going to get reports that he was fucking puppies or something. You know?
He was snorting the OxyClean.
Yeah. he was getting Girl Scouts high on OxyClean and having sex with them. But all right, man. So hey, rest in peace, all of them. Man.
Yes.
They all touched our lives in a certain way.
We'll see you guys on the
other side.
Hollywood squares up in the sky. Yeah.
Billy, man, I don't want you trying to sell me some OxyClean when I'm on my way in. All right, leave me alone. I don't buy shit no more. You know, I buy what I want. Go to Walmart. I'm sure there's a Walmart up in the sky that I can go to. I don't want your shit.
Hopefully Michael will give you some dance lessons, Corey, because whoo, you need them.
Yeah, Michael Jackson dancing. Billy Mays wearing a T-shirt saying that scene on TV. Farrah Fawcett looking
Yes.
hot as hell.
But with your luck, you probably pass around the same time Corey Feldman does.
I know.
You both be dancing on some
Fucking
high school bleachers.
David Carradine's
up
up
in the
there
sky.
doing karate. You know, he's up there practicing. And
No,
then
he's going to be rolling up those fishnets.
he's doing
He's going to be in a shoe closet looking for what
He's
matches.
doing karate with fishnets on. Now, that would be heaven right there. And it's all introduced by Ed McMahon. Hi-oh! Here we go. It's crazy up here.
You're correct, sir.
And he got a big old cardboard check for me. What the fuck you want me to do with this?
Bang you over the head because you can't figure out what to do with that check.
Yeah, what you up here, you still got this fucking check. We can't even use it, man. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this? Get out of here. And then they'd be like, what, heaven? No, this is hell.
Here's your date, David Carradine. He wore his best wig for you.
He wore his tightest skirt for you.
Yeah.
And guess what? His dick is still tied up in a knot.
Michael Jackson serenade you guys. Oh,
I know we're riding down the street. I
Gross.
just can't stop loving you. Come on.
Get your ticket. Hee haw, PJ. Hee haw, ching chong. Chimmy chong.
All right, yo. So let's
All right.
let's see what we got going on here now.
Okay.
I got to show you this video, man.
All right.
I got to show you. Really, you got to look at this. And we're gonna go at people with the Watchmen preacher. But before we do that,
I know everyone's like fast forwarding to that part.
I know
right
everybody's
now.
like waiting for that shit.
That's what I wanted to hear at the beginning of the show.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, people. You gotta wait. You gotta
Sorry.
go through this shit.
Keep you in suspense there.
I know.
Yeah.
And hey,
Save
don't
the best
go,
for last.
Don't go away yet, because I might pull a trick on you. I might introduce it sooner than you think. So stick around, you
never know.
motherfuckers, assholes. Why am I getting mad at people?
I don't know.
Fuck
Corey.
you.
Yeah. Yeah, stay,
Fuck you looking
stay,
at?
stay off those comment pages for a while. You went kind of crazy there, the last one.
I did. That kid,
I didn't
man.
even know what was going on. I was like, oh, shit.
That kid, yeah, JD,
That's
man.
what happens when you. That's what happens, Corey, when you threaten people. When you tell people not to do something, that's when you know they're gonna do it.
Oh, I know. Yeah, and they did it too. I was like, you motherfuckers. Oh, everybody's cool, though,
I'll
man.
show
Everybody-
Mr. Corey Coleman. You can't boss me around.
I'll get you. Oh, let's see.
All right.
All right.
Are you looking for the
I'm looking for the chicken.
chicken video? There you go.
Because you gotta see this, man. Chicken video is crazy.
Okay. Granted, we have to filter through a lot of.
There's been a lot more shit that came up
The,
on my page since last I saw it, so I gotta
yeah.
go through pages to get there. But
Now, explain to me what we're getting
look,
ready to talk
people,
about here.
I don't want to bring up. Let me, before we do that, let me get into the Transformers thing because this will lead into that.
Mm-hmm.
People, I just want to say real quick, and I don't want to belabor the point here, but a lot of people came up and they were saying, you're being really hypersensitive about the about stepping and fetch it, the robots.
Yeah.
Mud slap and skids, mud flap and
The
skids.
Negro bots.
The Negro bots. And people writing in saying, you guys are being really oversensitive about this.
Right.
Anybody gets upset about this is going to be upset about anything.
Right.
And I think you've heard the show long enough. You've been on Spill long enough to know that anybody is not safe from my humor.
Mm-hmm.
We don't just because I'm black. I don't say that we don't make fun of black people.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard me make fun of black people earlier. You heard me say Michael Jackson was full of shit for crying racism to Sony.
Yeah.
So I'm not playing.
You
the
also
race.
said he liked watermelon too.
And
Yeah,
he
that's
loved
terrible.
chicken and watermelon.
Yes,
so there you
that's
go.
not true, Corey. Those have been rumors.
Michael
all right?
Jackson died eating watermelon. I also said
Choked on a watermelon seed.
The autopsy came back. A watermelon seed was found in Michael Jackson's throat.
It's all reported. It was reported on TMZ, I think. Yes.
You heard it there first.
Yes.
But no, so when people said that, I don't think it's invalid. And notice we never came back and got pissed at anyone for their
Right.
opinions on this. I love when people have a difference of opinion on the site.
We've had this before. It happened.
It will happen again.
With the film with Samuel
Watchmen.
Jackson.
Oh wait a minute. Oh, it happened with Lakeview Terrace.
Yeah. Mhm.
It happened with, and which I still hold my opinion on that.
Of course you do.
Of course I do. But
Yep.
see, it happened with Watchmen.
Mm-hmm.
It happened with Twilight. Whether it be a race issue or an issue of this a popular movie that we either didn't bash
Right.
or we didn't like,
Right.
something comes about with an event movie.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of those. Transformers and people went crazy. So I love the fact that people arguing on there and
Yeah.
going back and forth and even telling us we were full of shit. It's good for us.
Because I know Leon wrote a blog about it, where he had examples of.
For the
Where he
for
put
the
up the pictures. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which is pretty bad.
Well,
but for some reason I don't know why he put a picture of you up dancing with some white chick. I don't know.
Did he?
Yeah, I think it was from one of High's parties that he had. Yeah.
oh well, that happens.
You
all
ought
the
to go
time.
look at that picture.
That happens every day. Not just a highest party. I dance everywhere.
You're very happy in that picture.
But people, as far as the race issue with the robots, listen. Here's my problem. I do not play the race card. I'm not upset just because they were targeting black people. This is something that was very specific, and I want to. And first of all, let me just say, let me address that word racism. Racism, that word is a word that can easily ignite a lot of anger in people on both sides. Because some people feel strongly about racism if they feel they're the target of it, and some people feel like they're being accused or someone else is being accused of racism when that person probably harbors no ill willings towards another race. And this is the case where I think that racism is a word that is being thrown around where it is not probably used correctly.
I don't think. Yeah, the whole time I don't think it's the connotation of it is not correct. But.
Those robots weren't racist. They were offensive. Racist means to say that Michael Bay put those up there because he hates black people and he wanted to make them. And his intention was to make them look silly. And because of ill feelings towards black people, I don't think he did that. I think it came out. Racist is the wrong word. Ignorant is the word because,
or not being aware that
that's what
something
I'm
may
saying.
be looked at potentially offensive.
Yeah,
you know?
it's offensive, and let me tell you why. Now, a lot of people saying, well, they were just acting like hip hop people. They could be like white hip hop people. I don't know what the big problem is. My point in addressing that, if you look at the facial features, they were exaggerated African American features. Now, you looked at, you say, look, monkeys, and they were kind of
that's what I thought. Well, and of course the gold tooth really doesn't help.
No,
you know, I mean, granted, I know they're robots, but why?
They're made to look like they have
why
broad.
do they need a gold? Why does that one need a gold tooth?
Exactly. Well, they're made to look like they have, and as we all know, black people call
And
monkeys.
I understand
at
that
times.
it's comic relief, but it just you can't help but think the obvious. you
Well,
know?
because they have broad features. They look like they have broad noses. They look like they have broad, big lips. And there is a black caricature in those robots. So it is physical features, too. They're not just robots, all right? Don't give me this hippie shit of like, when I look at them, I just see metal. No, fuck that. No, no, it's something there.
They're voiced by white people, though.
Yeah, and now you combine those features with them, that gold tooth and them like acting black.
Right.
They obviously are the target of black humor. And not very good black humor.
No.
These and the reason why it's offensive is because there's no context to it. It's not like we get an explanation as to why they act that way. Now people want to go in and they say, well, they said they downloaded something from the internet. No,
If you watch the first movie, the explanation is right there. They listen to the radio. That's how they learn.
We did not see that in that movie, and that's the interpretation of people who defend the film.
Right.
No, what happened is that this is black stereotypes that were seen as funny. It not only is offensive because of the stereotypes there, but it's broad, lazy writing.
Right.
They're brought up there because somebody thought that ignorant black humor was funny, and that's what they are. They're ignorant.
Right.
There's a point where they say, "Well, we can't read," and people know like.
Right.
Black people are kind of known for taking pride in their ignorance, and like one of that is like even Chris Rock made a joke like you know black people niggas hate to read, you know, and so
Dave Chappelle is like black people don't like to watch the news, you know?
So that's playing off that stereotype that black people are uneducated. So without any kind of explanation, it's offensive because it comes out of nowhere simply for the fact that somebody said, you know what, dumb ignorant black stereotypes they're good for a quick laugh. And that's why it was funny to me. Yes, every stereotype has a truth in reality,
right.
And but that doesn't excuse this. You know, in reality, it's not. It's kind of sad, and it's not really not that funny. Now, I'm even to give it some a little leeway if they had explained like maybe these robots landed because they have something to play off of. Tyrese Gibson is in the movie, who's black, and he's in the army. He's not acting like that,
right?
You know, he's actually there for eye candy. He's in the army. He's a leader. So I know that I'm not saying that the movie is totally targeting black people to make fun of them, but this movie doesn't explain anything. If they come out and said, well, they landed in the ghetto and maybe they picked up some lingo from
you
them.
Didn't get none of that,
but you didn't get any of that. And totally unnecessary to have those facial features on there. That is truly offensive, and there's no need for that.
Right.
And here's the big kicker for me. I hate when people, now people, I'm a black person, okay? It's the same way.
What?
I know. I'm sorry you had to find out this way.
Oh my God.
But I hate when people who do not know what I'm going through,
Right.
you know, the things that I have to look at and what offends me, you know, you get some white person who says, well, I didn't see it this way. And it's like, well, no, because you never had to really grow up with these kind of images and fighting these kind of images. You never had to grow up fighting these kind of stereotypes that were cast upon you. You never had to grow up wanting to be smart, and when you're trying to be smart and you don't have a basketball in your hand, people are saying you're trying to be white, and it's like I'm trying to be smart, motherfucker. Why I have to be white? You know.
Let me say one quick thing
No,
about
go ahead,
that,
please,
about
please.
that too. As far as these kids going there going, I didn't see anything. The worst thing, kids, that you can possibly do is to claim in your when you're writing your comment that you were sitting next to a black guy who was also watching the film and was busting up laughing. Don't make that your argument because you supposedly saw another black guy sitting right next to you conveniently watching the same film, laughing at those two characters. Don't think that that's like a card to make you think if he's fine with it, then I'm fine with it. Everyone should be fine with it. Okay. That's, you know, why I see a lot. I've noticed like a few comments bringing that up. And it almost seems like, you know what? Honestly, I think you're bullshitting me. I think you're trying to uphold the argument that you really don't have, but you want it to be somewhat acceptable by everyone else by claiming that you were next to a black person.
Yes.
And they were laughing at these stereotypes, which means it's funny to everyone. You know, don't have a hang up over it. No, I mean that's
co-host.
That
you know
is
what?
bullshit.
Thank you so much.
And I'm not even black. I
know.
I don't know.
No, thank
There's
you
no
so
reason
much
for me to
because
jump on this. Yeah.
because I tell you why, man. Thank you so much for that because the thing here is that a lot of people like to make that argument, like, oh, you sit next to a black guy. Oh, well, let me change my argument.
Well,
right?
I'm
You
sorry.
know what?
Woo.
You know, I'm gonna say. You know what? I'm gonna say. Well, you know what? Chances are that black person doesn't know any better either.
Right.
And the reason why I'll argue that is because some black people, we still, like with my argument with Soul Plane and all other things. We a lot of black people are brought up to think like that is who we are.
Right.
We're supposed to be funny. We're supposed to be. You know, we don't want to educate ourselves. You know. First of all, why? Because you know, we our chances of succeeding are less, and
Right.
second of all, it's not cool.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna embrace my ignorance because that's what's
Exactly.
cool. That's what's ghetto, man.
People will laugh at me. I'll get a few laughs, and
Yeah, we turn ghetto into something that is supposedly good. Nah, that's ghetto, man.
No.
You know, I
Ghetto
got my
will
ghetto
always be
pass and shit. No, fuck ghetto. And I'm not even talking about people in the ghetto. I'm just saying the mindset of like, I don't want to do any better.
Right.
Is ignorant, and that's another reason why those robots are harmful because you know some kid is gonna be looking at that, both black and white and in between, and thinking that that's okay.
Right.
Now, look, love the movie all you want to, but don't sit up here and tell me I'm crazy or I'm being too PC or
Right.
I'm being too sensitive because I'm looking at two things that I know are offensive and have affected me out, you know, in different ways in my life.
Yeah, and no one should ever speak out for anyone as far as trying to claim that, you know, these aren't offensive. Well, you're not in everyone's shoes. You have more than likely you haven't dealt with it, you know. But then again, maybe you have, but you know, you can't speak for other people as far as what you consider offensive and not offensive. You
Well,
know?
that was my whole argument.
The whole thing. I mean, you can bring this to the subject of rape or any terrible subject.
Well,
as
that's
far
why I
as
was
what-
talking
yeah.
about the word retard. Everybody thought I was being sensitive. But I was
Yeah.
like, you know something? I was like, I know we say it, and I know that I know we don't mean anything by it. But if somebody's being offended by it, we're saying, you know, that's stupid that somebody says we shouldn't say that. But you know something? I really would rather hear the other side of somebody's complaint before I go off and call somebody crazy.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm just not that kind of person. I'm a fair person, you know. Especially knowing what I've been having to hear, because, like I said, the whole race issue of like they don't want to show, you know, white men can get any woman they want in the movie, but the moment they show a black guy, you know, a lot of people were writing to me saying, well, I went out with a black girl and the father was crazy and racist against me, and I was like, that's bullshit. Or I know somebody whose black dad was angry at me. I was like, you know what? Even if so, I'm still gonna say it's wrong. It's not gonna change my difference because you claim a black person's that way. I'm gonna claim that back. Either that's a special case, that black person doesn't know any better, or
You know, the thing is, you just will never know. I mean, but you know, there's smart ways of arguing a point like this, and the thing is, you know, we can always talk this until we're blue in the face.
Yeah.
I think this subject will always be around. As long as people are around, this subject will always be around. But you know, I think people need to respect other people's opinions as far as if they find it offensive, then, you know, and if obviously there's more than one person saying, hey, this is fucked up, this is offensive, more than likely it probably is offensive, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, this has already made news, for crying out loud, as far as those robots are concerned. So, I mean, unless there's a group of people that are just, you know, everyone, that they're just crazy, including Corey, you know, I mean, I don't think anybody has a strong argument to prove otherwise.
And this is the kind of, you know, looking
this
at
is
that-
this is an issue that, you know, some people really do feel somewhat sensitive about.
I mean, I'm thinking about as a father, if I had kids,
Right.
this is something that I would be compelled to actually ask my child. Do you have any questions about that? How does that make you feel?
Yeah.
You know, and I just will let them know, like, you know, I know you see friends who act like that and whatnot, but I don't.
And granted, I don't think little kids would notice, because I mean, little
Well-
kids. I don't think little kids are really aware of
I would
certain
say they
things.
are.
As far as your race looking like, you know, looking bad or whatever, I think there's a certain age. I mean, now, granted, I don't think, like, you know, a 2 or 3 year old is going to comprehend that. But I think, like, you know, a kid probably like around the age of 10 probably will. But you're not introduced that. You're not really introduced that until other people tell you why it's offensive, or you start to feel like, okay, why am I being treated differently?
Well, I think-
and then somebody tells you why you're being treated differently. And you start to learn about. That's when you start to learn about your history of, you know, your
Well, you
your
soak
race.
up.
Yeah.
Well, as a child, you soak up images, and even if you're young, even if you're as young as 3, you're soaking up images like you soak up language,
Right.
and you begin to take things as that's the way they are. And if things are being presented as this is a stereotype that is normal and it really is offensive and it's not, nobody says anything, that's going to be taken as normal, and people are going to have that perception.
Right.
I can tell you, growing up, I mean, I've experienced the same thing. I mean, you know, white kids didn't want to have, because they were taught that black kids were inferior. I mean, I had people I remember telling a girl one time, you know, her name was Angela. I said, wow, you know, my sister is named Angela too. And she's like, really? Yuck. And I was like, you know, and we were children. And it's
Yeah.
like, and she
And
said,
did you go, why is that gross? I mean, did you?
Well, I mean,
did
I'm a
you ask
child,
her?
and I was like,
You just didn't
well,
know?
Well, I'm a child, and I was like, and as a child, you think like, you do ask questions like, why would you
Yeah.
think that? And she's like, and she did. I mean, she told me.
But let
She's
me
like,
guess, was the last thing on your mind? Was the last thing in your mind that it had something to do with your color?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was very aware. I was like about.
Oh, you were aware?
Yeah,
it
I was about
something?
7
Yeah.
years old, and I was like,
Because I mean, I know that there's been situations where I've been, either me being a robot, you get told certain things, and you're like, I remember being a kid realizing, well, what, I don't
No,
get it
I
until
was-
I asked somebody like, why is this person doing this? And then it was, well, because you did this. And I'm like, well, really? I mean, okay, but why does that matter? And, so I think everyone has a different story as far as
no, I know
how
I
they
was
treat
aware.
it. But yeah, I mean, well,
I mean,
if you have family
I mean,
members,
at the
to
time
let
I got
you know,
angry. I mean, I was
yeah.
like,
well, you have family members too that let you know. You can have an uncle that God knows I had uncles like, hey, watch out for these people because they're nuts, and you feel like, oh, okay, but you don't know any better. You don't know that all people don't act like a certain group.
No, and
you know?
her response wasn't yuck. It was gross. And
Yeah.
I was like, and then it's like, it's like because she's a white chick and she thinks that if somebody shares a name with her, like who's a black chick, it's like that person's an inferior person and
Right.
she shouldn't have to do. And she's taught that at home.
Yeah.
And it passes down to a 7-year-old kid,
Right.
and another 7-year-old kid knows enough that it's a thing where it's your color and it hurts,
Right.
and so it's like, yeah.
Well, I guess the whole point of what I was trying to make is that I think you do have certain kids that are taught or are taught right as far as not to judge anyone, but until they're put in a situation to where they're being judged on. Sometimes I think a lot of times they don't know. They don't know why they're being treated a certain way or what until somebody lets them know. Until like you go ask your parents, hey, you know what? Today I went to school. This kid called me this certain word. I don't know what it really means. Other kids have told me, but can you explain this to me? And then you find out. When at a young age.
Well,
and,
at a very early
yeah,
age,
yeah,
I was.
like-
I heard my parents talk about race issues, and
Mm-hmm.
they never warned me about anything. But you hear them talk about things. You grew up watching things on TV. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and with children, we're media. Hold on, I'm trying to plug this computer. We're media
Mm-hmm.
kids, and even if your parents don't tell you, you see these things. And
Yeah.
You know them. And if one kid is left out there to perpetuate these kind of ideas, that's too many.
Right.
So it's like, I do think it's effective against children. I do think it's wrong, and I do think that's why you have people. And I think some of these people who are arguing against this, they don't know any better either. And that's
Well, the thing is,
fine.
it is taught and learned, and it sucks that it sucks as a race, as far as you guys are concerned, as a race of people you can't move forward ever, and that's just
I mean-
ignorance always, kind of winning the day. But granted, I hope somewhere down the road, you can. Honestly, I think that there should be classes in school taught about just things like that, like a race. How you're treated for being a certain race. I think there should be classes taught about dealing with people, that are different from you, and which is something that a school system doesn't want to bother with, which it should, because it is a problem. I think, hey, if the parents, granted, a lot of parents aren't going to teach their kids that, have the school at least have a class where you realize, you're in a world with a bunch of different people, different races, different creeds. And we'll bring up issues of race. We'll go down the road and we'll have a history class all about race issues and why people are being treated different.
I do believe that at some point.
I think at some point that should be an actual curriculum as far as school is concerned. Realizing that you are growing up around different people and different races who have different ideas and things, and what is considered at least right and wrong as far as issues with dealing with people,
Well, I mean,
or how to treat people.
Yeah,
there should be a class about learning how to treat people, for crying out loud.
Well, I mean, we have Sesame Street and all kind of shit. I mean, things are more complicated when you get out in the real world. But at some point, I mean, the internet is already bringing people together more than we thought they would around the world.
Well,
So,
I think more for porn than anything else, but I don't know.
if porn brings people together, there's worse ways. Hey. Anyway, man, we can serious.
Oh, but anyway, yeah, sorry.
No. I don't know.
That's our rant about that, but